Hello everyone. In this video, I'll discuss about a break-even point of production. Now, this analysis is very important for the businesses to know that how many units they have to sell to cover their cost. So, this is the point we come to know where your TC would be equal to total revenue. Total cost will be equal to total revenue. So, let's start with the basics that what you need when you people have to calculate break-even analysis. First of all, you need a fixed cost that I have taken $100, variable cost per unit. Variable cost varies with the level of production. For example, cost of raw material, cost of wages, that's why it will be given always per unit. Fixed cost is the cost which businesses have to bear no matter what the level of production is. So it will be given overall cost to calculate this break-even analysis. Then we would be given price, that is 4 per unit. I have taken output 500 units. Now what you people have to do when you have to draw this graph, you have to make a table. Now I always recommend students to take just 2 points, that is the minimum point and the maximum point. So if I'll say that I have taken 0 and 500 because 500 was the maximum level of units in this question. Next column is fixed cost. Fixed cost, as it remains fixed no matter what the level of production is, so I have put the same 100 in both at both the levels. Then we have variable cost. Now 2 per unit cost was given. So what I have done, I'll multiply this 2 with the units, that is 0. 2 into 500, that is 1000. This is how I have completed my variable cost column and fixed cost column. Now I need total cost. For total cost, I have to add up these 2 columns. 100 plus 0, 100. 100 plus 1000, it gives me 1100. Now my cost side is complete, which means fixed cost plus variable cost equals to total cost. Then I have to calculate total revenue because this point is where TC is equal to TR. That's why I need total revenue as well. And I'll take this 4 per unit price to multiply with the units. 4 into 0 gives me 0. 4 into 500 gives me 2000. So this is how I have calculated total revenue column. Now let's see how we can draw a graph using this information to calculate a break-even point of production. Your graph, when you people are making any graph for any subject, it should be accurate, clear and big so that examiners can easily see what you people have plotted and they can give you marks. Okay. On this axis, I have taken units. So my maximum number of units is 500. So I have taken 0 and 500. On this axis, I have to take total revenue and total cost. So now I have to see in these 2 columns what is the maximum value, that is 2000. So what I have done, I have taken 0, 1000 and 2000. This is how I have taken equal, difference between these values. Then what you people have to do, you have to first of all plot either total cost or total revenue. So I'm starting with the total cost. So at 0, what is the total cost? That is 100. I've put my point here. Just make a small circle here. Then at 500, what is the total cost? That is 1100. So I've put my point here, just in front of 1100. Then I have to join these 2 points using scale so that there will be no problem while assessing this, where is the break-even point of production. Then I have to draw total revenue curve. So at 0, it's 0. And at 500 it's 2000. So I have put this 2000 here. So then I'll again join these 2 points and this gives me the break-even point of production. Now you might think about that it's very difficult to see that what is the number of units we have here, and then because we have to identify what is the number of units we have to see break-even point of production. Again, very important, whenever you people draw this graph, you must use graph paper. Then you will have exact point. Okay, there is another method which you can use to calculate break-even point of production, and I always recommend my students to cross-check their answer by using this formula. Now the formula is a fixed cost divided by price minus variable cost. This whole information you have to take from this initial information. You don't have to use this table, it's just this information you have to use to calculate your break-even point of production. So I have taken 100 fixed cost, 4 minus 2, this gives me 50 units, which means this break-even point of production should be at 50 units. So if you make this on graph paper and there is any mistake, you can always erase and put this at the specifically exact level so that you get marks for this. This is how you use this break-even analysis for your businesses. Secondly, when you get this break-even point of production, you can easily identify this is the area of profit and this is the area of loss, which means before this point, business is not able to cover its cost, but after this, business has covered its cost at this level of production, and after this, they are earning profit. And there will be different levels of profit. Of course, at maximum level of output, you have the maximum level of profit. So you can even identify these and calculate the profit you have at different levels of production. So this is how this break-even analysis is helpful for the businesses to see that how many units they must have to produce and sell to cover their cost. Now let's talk about this analysis, that is it the proper analysis which any business can apply anytime and it will give them the perfect answer to see that where business is. Let me tell you that there are few limitations, there are few assumptions we have taken while calculating this break-even analysis. First of all, this fixed cost, it does not stay the same. It changes with the level of production. As in, if from short run to the long run, I am taking my business, then definitely this would change. Rent would increase and the other utility bills would increase as well. Variable cost, again, raw material gets expensive. You have to pay more to the workers if there are more higher minimum wage laws set by the government. We have to change prices even. Sometimes we have to decrease the prices to attract more customers and all. And then these 500 units. We might not be able to sell all these 500 units. Maybe some units are faulty. Some units people are buying and they might return you those units. So it means this is not possible to have exactly this number, this amount of total revenue to get. So these are different limitations which we don't assume while calculating this, and that's why the authenticity of this analysis might be questionable. Lastly, from this analysis, you can also calculate safety margin. Now, what is safety margin? Safety margin is any level of production after this break-even point of production. So, if I am saying what is the safety margin at 500 units? So, what you would do, 500 minus 50, this gives you the safety margin of 450 units, which means business is at the safety of 450 units. If they decrease 450 units, they would be at the edge and they will be just able to cover their costs. That's all for this break-even analysis. Thank you for watching the video. Happy learning.